Thank you, Senator Thune, for yielding, and thank you to the Director and to the Secretary for your presence with us today and the work that you're doing to implement the Science and Chips Act. I would not take up my time, very much of my time anyway, to reiterate what's been said time and time again in regard to rural and small business. Thank you. Director, we might have a conversation in the future about, I'm pleased with the EPSCoR that you met the standard, the goal. I'd be interested in knowing if there are challenges that you will face in continuing to meet that or exceed that goal in the future. Secretary Raimondo, could you update the committee on your efforts to ensure rural states and small businesses benefit from the CHIPS and Science Act, particularly via the Tech Hubs and CHIPS program?
Yes, thank you, Senator. So, as I said, we will be putting out the Tech Hub designations this fall, and we will ensure that there will be geographic representation, including rural representation. Much of that is because we've been doing outreach to rural communities to let them know the money exists, we want them to apply, and to help them apply. As I said before, it's so oversubscribed that I have no doubt there'll be rural places we would have liked to have invested in that we won't be able to. With the CHIPS part of it, just last week we put out a funding opportunity for small and medium-sized supply chain companies. And I promise you, we are going to work overtime to have small suppliers, small chip companies eligible for the money.
You have reassured me of that at least 16 times, and I'm thankful that it's still true today. Would you describe, Secretary, the process for evaluating Tech Hub applications, and in particular, what role does the EDA regional offices play in that process?
So the EDA region, it is, as I said before, it's a merit-based process. We have national security goals that we need to achieve, and those are primary. Another thing we evaluate is likelihood of success. How strong is the partnership? Is there full buy-in from the community? The decisions are going to be made by a committee in DC with advice and consultation from the local offices.
Thank you. Regional offices.
Regional offices,
yes.
Yeah.
Could you tell me, Secretary, if there is value in an application for a Tech Hub that originates by a state? The Tech Hub application originates by a state as compared to an entity, a different entity?
I don't think that there's no preference either way.
Okay.
We're open.
The timeline for Tech Hub announcements, Tech Hub designees and development grant awards?
This fall, as soon as possible.
Then expect to see CHIPS program awards at what point in time?
Also this fall. Let me say this. I am moving as fast as I can, but it's more important to get it right than move fast, and it depends on companies applying and having good applications. Having said that, I hope Tech Hubs will be in the coming weeks, and I hope we will have some CHIPS funding announcements this fall.
Thank you for the explanation, and it's one with which I agree. Finally, I want to talk about Huawei. Export controls on AI technology. Details about what they seem to have accomplished, what Huawei has seemed to accomplish. The details of that remain unclear. Mm-hmm. We have a particular interest in our appropriations process in the Bureau of Industry and Security within your department. There was a significant funding boost in FY 2023. I want to get to my question in the next few seconds that I have. What gaps remain in U.S. technology export restrictions that may have allowed a targeted company to manufacture an advanced semiconductor?
Okay, this is a critical thing, and we should visit when we have more time. Let me just say, the reports about Huawei are incredibly disturbing, and although I can't comment on any investigations, I promise you, we take every credible threat seriously and investigate to the fullest wherever we think there is some credible allegation that a company has done an end run around our export controls. We need different tools. I'm supportive of the GUARD Act, which would, and the Restrict Act, which would codify our ICTS authorities. We need that to have a comprehensive approach to go after connected apps. We would need resources additionally to do that. I think we need additional resources around enforcement to do exactly what you're talking about. And candidly, we need to, the threat is different today. The threat from China in 2023 is different than the Cold War threats of decades ago. It is technology, it is AI, it is moving fast, and so I would welcome a broader discussion with you around how we modernize what we do and how we properly fund what we do.
There's been lots of wake-up calls. Huawei is a particular one that stands out, received significant attention, and I would welcome the chance for your direction, suggestion on how we, either as appropriators or authorizers, could be helpful in closing this opportunity for China's technology theft.
We will do it. I mean, I have to say I'm proud of the fact that under my watch, we imposed the largest fine ever in history, $300 million fine against a company called Seagate for violating our export controls, selling to Huawei. So we're as tough as we need to be, but more resources would be helpful.
Was the fine collected?
Yes?
Okay. Good. Thank you.